All right, check out this kind of ridiculous video. I talk for a long time beforehand. If you just want to see the lift, go to the end. Enjoy my philosophy.
One question, point to ponder before I do my evening lift is I see Michael lifting heavy now. Yeah, I saw he posted today. Guys lifting heavy. Michael is a strong guy. Legit. World champ. I hate to say it. But listen, I know everybody's complaints, and it's an interesting thing, and that's why um, I've never been quick to dismiss it, because I do feel in high level arm wrestling, is King's move is no perfect move for one. Okay, if you're a good arm wrestler, you should be able to defeat it. And just because I lost at it before, guys, I've been sloppier. Always remember there's a younger version that's a bit more technical, but techniques evolve. The perfect person in the sport is not 50. They've got a lot of tricks, but ultimately your best fighter should be, but I'd say ace years like 32, but 31, 33, somewhere in there probably. Um, but I'm curious, Michael, old man Michael, with this King's move. I'm curious about two things. The first thing I'm curious about is, you did a lot of talk last year after the finals about how you weren't even doing the King's move, and I watched the video, and I'm just curious about one thing. And I'm curious about, like, people talk about the King's move. The King's move, one of the reasons why people get all wrapped up about the King's move is the arm is straight. And you've gone from using muscle to using a little bit more ligaments and structure than some people are comfortable with in the sport. And you were saying that you weren't King's moving. But I'm really wondering is how tight are you? What is a full extension? Like people say your shoulder's not dipping below the table. I'm wondering where that thing actually does kick in. Just for the sake of science, okay? I'm just curious. Like me, yeah, I got a King's move. I'm a bit wonky, right? That locks up. That's my left. My right's tighter, right? Right? So that thing, that's bent all the time. And I know that right is pretty crooked. And I'm just curious where that lock kicks in. And if you'd be so kind as to share that information, or if that kind of information sharing should even be legal. And then after that, I have another question. And I see you've been lifting heavy. Congratulations. 225 for a whole bunch and right to the pad. Truly exceptional, Michael. And I can't help but just wonder if you can bring your shoulder forward the same way. Can't help but wonder. Just for the sake of science. Just for the sake... Hey, Avery. Just for the sake of science. Can you bring that shoulder forward with the same level of strength? Because obviously that's probably what's going on. I'm probably bringing my shoulder forward. And you say that you don't even need to bring your shoulder back, which is awesome. And if so, congratulations. But I'm still very curious if you can. Because to me, arm wrestling, the beautiful sport of arm wrestling, is about the fight between coming forward and running away. And it's so interesting to me about what's happened just the last, when did it all change? Was it 6 years ago? you were still playing with Drank, but that shift that enabled the game to move more to running with 2 inches to the rear of the traditional setting. And there's a lot of things you can say about the traditional setting, but if you want to make the argument that the traditional setting is a balanced setting, which I mean by that is it allows most individuals who use the table an equal opportunity to move forward and to move backwards. Equal opportunity. If it allows that, then you can think of as the table as being technically balanced. Because there are great options forward and there are great options back in the sport of arm wrestling, traditional arm wrestling. So there has been. However, this pad, what it does is it enables so many more options with running and dragging through the strap, which is interesting. Now, do you like this new sport better or do you like it worse? Well, that's really for the next generation to decide. I'll tell you, I've found it very interesting. But you know what my dream is for this sport. It's freedom. And I think that in the long run, and we're not there yet. We're really not. But at least we need balance. And what that means is we'd be crazy not to fix things. We'd be crazy not to. And it's everybody's idea. This is not me. Ask anybody who loves the sport that there should potentially be a shift. A 1-inch move, pad moves forward, 1 inch. Then we have balance. Then perhaps if you agree that traditional arm wrestling was balanced, then we have a new arena. Anyways, that's a whole lot of talking. Hope you were able to follow me. On, can you hold this?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, but you're gonna have to like look at the screen. So Michael did 225 today. I think he did more and a different type of rep, but I'm gonna do it differently. So 220 plus 5-ish, 225. That'll do, baby. But it seriously doesn't matter when I pull, you might. I don't think it matters. I'll just get in there and feel time slow down. Crack.